Greetings, my friends, and Merry Christmas, as we celebrate today the Feast of the Holy Family of Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. You know, celebrating the Feast of the Holy Family certainly gives us a bit of introspective to ask ourselves, what does our family look like? And it might be difficult to hold our family up against the Holy Family. We can get lost in that word holy. And that's because so often we think of holy as a synonym to perfect. Well, indeed, that's not the case. Holiness has a lot to do with us living our lives authentically as God asks us to. That means leaning every day into the reality of how each of us are living out God's will for us in our life. We don't do that in a perfect way, but we do that in a way in which we try as best we can to follow our Lord, to live the example of the Holy Family as they leaned into the Spirit and trusted what God's will was for them. And ultimately, we hold them up as icons of how we, in the everydayness of our lives, can lean into that same Spirit and trust that God is with us and guiding us along the path of life and faith. And we need to trust that as the Spirit moves in our hearts, that when we lean into that Spirit, we're ultimately leaning into the will of God, which means indeed that we're living authentically as God has created us to be. So as we celebrate this Feast of the Holy Family and look at this triptych of Joseph, Mary, and Jesus, let's ask ourselves how we are living our lives for the Lord and trusting how that Spirit is moving in our lives to continue to follow what God's path for us is, as we live lives rooted in faith, just as the Holy Family did. Today's reflection is one of the great hymns that we often sing on the Feast of the Holy Family, Once in Royal David's City. I hope that as you hear this story told through song, you might be moved to see how even today, the Spirit has been calling you to trust just a little bit more in God's plan for you in your life, and how you might respond in faith and in trust to that call.